Hi, I'm Faye Gray, and I make videos about the LGBT community and about mental health. And during the pandemic, I realized that I was a lot gayer than I thought I was. And apparently so did a lot of you. So if you want a backstory on my coming out journey and the last year of my life, I have a video that's called I left my boyfriend to become a lesbian or something. So just for reference, I broke up with my long-term boyfriend in March of 2020 to become a lesbian. So that was right at the beginning of the pandemic. So welcome to March 365th or whatever. So I became addicted to TikTok in the last year, just like everybody else. And while I was scrolling through these short videos, I realized that there was a trend called #LateBloomerLesbian. So what the trend is women describing their coming out journey as an adult, usually after, having experience with men or just coming out later in life. And I just thought that the algorithm was filtering things for my interest because, But apparently, discovering lesbianism in lockdown was an actual phenomenon that a lot of women experienced. So I Googled, why did everyone become a lesbian during the pandemic? And there were articles. So the Chicago Tribune published an article that was like a Ask Anna kind of advice column that was written, from a man's perspective who had come out as gay later in life. And then there was Cosmopolitan that had this piece where they interviewed a variety of different people that had coming outs during lockdown. And it was actually kind of nice because it was very diverse, and it included non-binary people and older adults. And it kind of went into why people were able to self-examine their identity during this time of isolation, basically. And I'll link all of those articles in the description. But let me tell you, I found this blog post that was written by Olivia Howe that honestly was kind of poetic and sincere, and she talked about TikTok. So the article is called Staying In, Coming Out. And let's just start by the way that she describes lesbian TikTok. Or as we would like to call it, the $bean side of TikTok. Through a screen the size of 2 tea packets, I was entranced by their swaggering dances, eyebrow slits, hoodie fashion, but most of all, their open pursuit of women. TikTok was the opposite of a closet. It was the place where gay girls unleashed their thirst traps, their chin stroking, body rolls, and where they riffed about homophobic parents by dressing as my daughter's friend from Cheer, and encapsulated the thrills and burns of liking girls through moody lip syncs. She goes on to say, This summer, floating dizzily on the quarantine sea, I would set aside TikTok time before going to sleep. The cascading videos of queer jokes, smooth dances, and sweet couples sent waves of happiness rippling over me. Thousands of miles from my heroines and only a vague number on their screens, I felt myself somehow out there in a big gay ether next to them, laughing as we tried once again to get our moves right. I told you it was going to be poetic, right? So anyway, in this video, I just want to take a moment and talk about how much TikTok means to me. TikTok has been so important to me during the lockdown, especially concerning my coming out process. So I really think that being isolated and off my normal schedule during the quarantine, it was miserable, and it continues to be miserable, but it did allow me to question things that were part of my old routine, such as dating men. But it's also, it's made me question my job and my passions and just different deeper parts of my identity. And I don't really know why that is, besides oh, the world's burning, we might as well follow our dreams now. So I am very lucky that my roommates are queer people, because I know that other people during this lockdown, they might have been quarantined with homophobic family members, or they might have just been in the closet in general. And the quarantine made it so difficult to escape that and to go to gay spaces and to go to gay bars. And I think that that is why TikTok was so vital during this pandemic. I just love the internet. So I just thought that we would watch some of the lesbian TikToks that made me gay. Because why would we make a YouTube video without, reacting to the TikToks that made me gay? So, okay, so now that we've had a frame change again, we're going to scoot over so we can react to these TikToks. Okay, so this first one is kind of a meta TikTok. It's a TikTok about TikTok, but make it lesbian. So anyway, here we go.
Hello, Gay Agenda Task Force. Is everyone here for today's meeting on lesbian TikTok? Yes, Commander. Let's first go over our work from 2020. Commander, we did amazing at recruitment. Oh my god, the thirst trappers. Yes, thirst trappers. In fact, you did too well. You confused so many people that there's now a group called Straight Women Confused by Lesbian TikTok Support Group. Get it together. Can't help that we're good at our jobs. Well, they got us, so at least something good came out of it. The support group has requested we send over some emotional support lesbians. Oh, we'll go. Commander, do not send the thirst trappers. Don't worry, I won't, because the thirst trappers are required to attend the workshop run by gay men today
without the gay
on
men,
how
though?
to sit in chairs.
We're here for them. Hi,
Friends,
I'm baby.
You go be the emotional
I'm baby
support
gay,
lesbians.
and I support that message. Okay, anyway,
TikTok.
let's see. Okay, the next one. I like this girl. Let's see.
Raise your hand if you're a 30-year-old woman who realized just before coronavirus that they were a lesbian, but now they can't date because of Rona. Raise your hand if people your entire life have been telling you that you were gay and you always said, I don't think so. Now you just feel really stupid because all of the artwork in your apartment looks like this.
Okay, so this one is relatable because literally all of the artwork that I have collected is of women. I mean, like literally this postcard, if you can see it right here that's hanging up, has 3 naked ladies in it. And I've had this postcard since I was in high school. Like you go around my house and I'm like, oh yeah, I just like really think that, the women's bodies are just like really aesthetic and like everyone finds them beautiful, right? That's why they're in artwork. No, Faye, you're gay. Moving on. Next one. Oh, I know this one. Hold on. I love that like she knows what she's doing. Like she made that for the gay TikTok, for the lesbian TikTok. Also, if you have that sound anywhere on your For You page, like the Slumber Party by Ash Nico, you might be a lesbian. Just saying. Okay, what's next? Hold on. Yeah, okay, I love these like glow up TikToks. I need to do one. Okay, so then there's the ones that are like very informative. Like I feel like I've learned so much about compulsory heterosexuality and like all of these like queer theory terms through TikTok in the last year, and this is a really good example.
Okay, so first, I did not give you permission to call me babe, so you do not have that distinct privilege. Second, I get to educate you today. Compulsory heterosexuality is a very real thing. It's also called comp het, and what it is society teaching young, impressionable women that they're straight, regardless of what their actual sexual orientation is. It does this through reinforcing the ideas that women don't enjoy, don't like, or don't want sex. That men and women fight all the time in relationships and that it's natural, or that women should be subservient to men or bear their children. None of these things are true. Because of that, women who are unhappy feel that what they're feeling is normal. They're taught that it's normal and natural, so it takes them longer to figure it out. I'm an example. It took me 27 years, and there are thousands of late bloomer lesbians out there. I think it's really unfortunate that you're trying to gatekeep the LGBTQ community as opposed to trying to hear our stories.
And so I love how, like, patient people are. I feel like when explaining things, especially explaining, like, their experience with, like, homophobia or lesbophobia, I'm going to show you another one that I think is, like, a cute way of explaining it, but all lesbians are valid, even if you came out later in life. Just keep being you. Thank you, girl. Okay, let's see. Should we do it?
Hey y'all, so I came out late in life, and I know most of you know that, but I get a lot of messages on here from women who are trying to figure out how to come out late in life, trying to figure out what to do next. I just want to say that for those of you who are like in a relationship with a man and know it's just not right, but don't want to hurt them because they're decent people, when do you choose you? Because I know as women generally, we're really good at putting everybody else before ourselves. But when do you get to be happy? When do you get to be comfortable? When do you get to breathe and have freedom? Because the only way you're going to get that, if you're really, truly gay, is to be yourself.
Yeah, it's really nice to hear stories like that, just because I feel like I was like so old to come out, even though I was like 23 or 24, just because I had, been with a man before. But I'm still, like, still Gen Z. Like, I'm still part of, like, a very accepting and very queer generation, where I can't imagine, being decades of thinking that you're straight. So that's really, it's just, this is why I love the internet. Okay, we're gonna watch one more, and it's featuring YouTube's own Natalie Wood. We love it.
There's an intense erotic thrill in being desired. I think that's what got me interested in men in the first place. It's that they're interested in me, and that's pretty interesting. I've felt desired by men in a way I've never truly felt desired by women. A man will glower at you with that agitated, carnivorous desperation. Fuck me up, king. God, that's odd. Gets me every time. But notice how excitement at the attention, the flattery of being desired is not the same thing as attraction to men. There's a difference.
Stop the video.
It's so good, because I think we've all been there where we're like wanting wanting to be desired by men. It's not the same as desiring men. I have to look up when this ContraPoints video was posted, because honestly, I remember watching it and it being like a revelation, like significant part of my coming out experience. Like, I had the exact same reaction that this girl did, where you're like, that was too honest, like, turn the video off, I need to go nap. So yeah, there's some TikToks, and I think I'm gonna just scoot back to the sitter, and we're gonna have another little setting and lighting change for the closing, okay? Anyway, I just feel like TikTok has been such a unique platform, and that it allows queer people to talk about queer issues in a way that isn't framed by, like, the media, whatever that is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not stereotypes, it's actually queer people talking about their actual lives. And, you can hear about people talking about experiencing homophobia, or experiencing or experiencing lesbophobia, like, within the queer community, or trans people talking about trans issues. And it's so easy for them to just sort of like wave off the haters in this like cute, fun way that's still informative for people. And I don't really know anyone else in my real life that has gone through the same kind of like coming out experience that I have. I know that many trans people do come out, later in life as adults, and so that is something that I've been able to relate to my trans friends with. So anyway, I love the internet, and if you love the internet, you can like and subscribe to my channel, Faye Gray, and you can go find my TikTok, which I will link in the description. So be safe, you guys have a good day. Did you see me almost try to put up a peace sign and then finger guns because I couldn't decide which one I was gonna do? Sorry.